What's up, YouTube? Mr. Charlie Black coming at you with another topic today. Right now, it is black on black gun violence. NPR recently did an article last month, actually, a few weeks ago, about black on black gun violence, the increase, the rise in black youths dying by the way of the gun. I will put the link to that video in the description the link to that article, rather, in the description for this video. But a lot of people wonder where it comes from, how it goes about, what we can do to solve it, and I'm only one person. Mr. Charlie Black cannot speak for everybody across the United States of America that's dealing with gun violence. I've lived in areas where it has been heavy, areas where my natural reaction to a gunshot, of course, is to drop and cover, and some people are not used to that, and so you have to start to wonder how it comes about. Why does it start? And this is why I'm so tough on gun laws. I truly believe that stricter gun laws would help, because when it comes to black men, there are people out there getting these guns. There are people out there getting these guns and using them against each other. And some people say, well, let the law-abiding citizens handle guns. That just means that person, that law-abiding citizen is going to go grab a gun and follow the law. That means that the person walking down the street that wants to take their purse or take their wallet is going to get an even bigger gun, maybe 2 guns. And now it's going to be who can outgun who. What's the next step? And I know it sounds really bizarre and extreme, but what are you going to do next? Hold a damn nuclear weapon in your home somewhere? I mean, seriously. Everyone tries to outdo everyone. It works from country to country, so why wouldn't it work within the countries? Some people use statistics of Sweden and places around the world where everyone is required to, carry a gun and talk about curved violence. They don't have the same dynamics culturally, religiously, as people in the United States of America do, racially even. So those statistics would not apply here. It's a different dynamic you're dealing with. There are different elements you're dealing with, and I don't like when people compare simple black and white issues to something that's really, really gray all over. Now, it takes a cowardly ass person to pull a gun on someone. It really, truly does. The message that we need to send to the youth is that it does take a cowardly person to pull a gun on someone, and that comes from the parents. That has to come from the parents. It has to be a mentality change. If you know your kid could possibly be involved in this activity, you have to start to pick your kid's brain. I remember there was a point back when I was growing up as a little kid, not too long ago, where your door didn't have a lock on it at 5, 10 years old, 15 even. If your parents wanted to come into your room and search your room at any given time, they could. I know kids now, 15, 16, 17, 18 even, who can lock the door to their room. Parents won't even touch it. Don't know what the hell is going on. And all of a sudden they get a knock from a police officer with a warrant saying, can we search your child's room? We believe that they've been involved in some kind of theft or robbery. It's gotten truly out of hand. The other mentality we have to change, stop snitching. If you know that you live in the middle of the projects and someone out there is armed and dangerous, instead of you putting more prison bars up around your windows and your doors, get your ass out there and go speak to someone, the proper authorities. Because a lot of this stuff with this not snitching, nobody knows what's going on, nobody wants to speak up, everybody wants to sweep it under the rug, you're allowing it to happen more and more. And I want to get to another section, because I don't think it's just the mentality of the people who are using these guns criminally. I believe it's also our government. You may agree, you may not disagree, or you may not agree. This is what I believe. So hear it out. The police. In places like LA and New York, major cities all around the United States of America, actually, the amount of police force has dwindled. And NPR made a good point when they spoke to the fact that a lot of people in the United States of America, a lot of our police force is now tending to homeland security matters rather than they are the community. So if there's no one to police the community and make sure everyone's okay, then what's going to happen? It was bad enough as it is, but I know one situation I'm thinking of specifically, I had to call the police on someone while visiting a friend because of a situation where there was gun violence. We are literally a 15-minute drive from the police station. This is about, 1 o'clock in the morning. These police take 40 minutes to get from wherever they were to the home. In 40 minutes, they could have killed a lot of people. They could have completely fled the scene. There would have been more tax dollars exhausted trying to investigate. Luckily, they apprehended these people because people actually spoke up. But what if they didn't know who they were or where they came from? This would be another case filed away. In a lot of these major cities, on the more urban sides, people don't respond to a lot of these homicides until it's too late. And so what do you have there? The police force is outnumbered. So what can you do? Perhaps hire more. But then you have budget cuts that are affecting every state. And when they affect every state, they affect a lot of the more urban areas. Because people are plugging money into the areas that are well-to-do. Trying to keep up the overall appearance. Trying to keep up the schools and everything else. But the black kids that are disproportionately affected by these gangs, poor schools, poverty, your low-income housing, they're not seeing any of the benefits of this at all. They're going to lose a huge amount of the police force, and I think that sets a tone. In South LA, when they instituted a program where they were trying to fight gun violence, all the community wanted to participate. They engaged in it. They were pushing for it. They wanted to reclaim South LA. And what happened? The police were not going to cooperate. So you have a situation where you want people, you want people to better your community, and the entire community is not involved. People's mentality has to change when they think about using a gun criminally. And I think that a lot of that happens from fear. If you have a more aggressive police force, a more aggressive group of people enforcing these gun laws, what's going to happen? You're going to get these guns off the damn streets because people are going to be afraid that person they shoot at is going to be an armed police officer, or people are going to be afraid that person that they try to mug or rob at gunpoint is going to cue the police over their way, and the police are around the corner from you and you just don't know what's going to happen. Attack these communities and stop leaving them desolate. It gets to the point where, and even now, the gun store owners, I can understand you're in the business of selling guns. This is why I wanted some kind of tracking system for guns. Because I truly believe that we can have a way where we track these guns, see exactly where they've gone to, make people more responsible for them. If you have a gun sitting in your cabinet, in your closet somewhere, that can be accessed by maybe a criminal or maybe one of your other family members that's upset about something, and you don't check it every day, that's a problem that I have. Because I feel like if something that powerful can take someone's life easily, what are you doing just leaving it around? I was just reading the article about that boy I talked about before, the little boy that shot his parents because they wouldn't let him play his Halo game. Killed his mother and wounded his father. The gun was in a lockbox under the bed. All the while the father didn't even notice it was missing. If you take more responsibility, you won't have to have these types of issues. And that's truly what I believe. But YouTubers, let me know what you feel about the situation. Black on black gun violence is completely out of hand, and I think that there are a lot of factors with these. The last point I want to make, actually, sorry to rewind myself, but these gun stores need to do more thorough background checks and stop selling these guns in the black market. And if you had a tracking system for these guns to let you know exactly when they've left the store, or how, when they do inventory checks at the end of each month, and let them be responsible for that, you wouldn't have as many of these problems. That's what I feel. But let me know, YouTubers. Make comments, add me, subscribe, send messages. Let me know what your opinions are. Stay tuned.